The only major defect that Bangalore has are these bloody traffic jams. Other than these traffic jams, this is the best city in India. There is no better city in India than Namma Bengaluru. Only these traffic jams are holding us back from becoming the best city and setting an example for all the other cities in India and even the world as to how a city should be, how the city should welcome people. These traffic jams are the only thing which is holding us back. If you have a motor vlogging channel of some sort on YouTube and you're from Bengaluru, you should not be allowed to post more than 10 videos if you have not spoken about Bengaluru traffic. At least what you think about it. You can either, I mean, you obviously can't like it, but you can at least speak about it. And what do you think we should do about it, or just your thoughts? Without these thoughts, I don't think you're qualified to be a moto vlogger in Bangalore. I mean, that is just how I feel. If you, it is something you can't ignore. It is just something you just cannot ignore. You have to speak about it. So, yeah, you have to speak about Bangalore traffic. And also, you earn the right to speak about Bangalore traffic, not if you have been in these chota mota, small kuti jams. But been those legendary ones. For example, when Bangalore Bandh was called in the city, some of us were stuck in traffic jam for 3 to 4 hours. That is like the minimum qualification, and I'm pretty sure many people have gone through it. So it is the minimum qualification for you to speak about traffic jams and what do you feel they can do to improve on these traffic jams. See, me myself, I don't have any points where I feel like they can improve these things and the traffic will reduce. I don't have any suggestions or anything of that sort. But what I do have are very specific insights, very key insights into traffic jams, and what are the different types of traffic jams. So I just put them into two categories. One is expected, the other one is unexpected. So expected are the ones like you're going to Silk Board, you're obviously not going to expect an empty road. So that is one of the expected. It's raining, so you are going to expect being stuck in traffic because of the rain. So those are like very 1 plus 1 equals 2 kind of traffic jams. We just cannot avoid those traffic jams. But the unexpected ones, some bugger has gone on the divider, and unexpected but most common, BMTC bus broke down, accident. So these are the kind of unexpected ones where you get a little bit triggered as to why is this happening to me in my life at this point in time. You start contemplating so many things. So these are the traffic jams which are unexpected and very triggering. And this is something which nobody wishes even on their worst enemy. So these are the unexpected traffic jams. And while a traffic jam is bad by itself, believe it or not, it can be made 100 times worse based on the kind of company you're traveling with. So if your pillion rider doesn't care if you are listening to them, and just wants to speak to you no matter what happens. You are stuck with that person in a traffic jam, and that person is just going to keep blabbering again and again, saying 100 million things without even caring whether you are listening or not. They're just dumping information on you. And if you are like fully tightly packed in that helmet and you're telling that person, please be quiet, they're not, maybe not even able to hear what you're saying. And that feeling is inescapable because you're in a bloody traffic jam. Where are you going to go? Where can you go? And even if you're probably think that you're communicating to them and they're able to hear you, most of the times they don't even know what you're saying because of the traffic jam. But say whatever you want to say about traffic, hate it how much ever you want, but traffic is fair. If you leave early, you will have less traffic, either from the office, wherever you work, or your house. Leave early before the rush hour. Traffic is fair to you. You will get those unexpected traffic jams once in a while. I feel like that is fine. Happens everywhere. But it is fair in that way. So traffic is fair. Even in Bengaluru, traffic is fair. If you leave early, and you have to respect it. Just like how they tell you can't just climb Mount Everest. You have to respect the grind, the hard work that needs to be put in, the height that needs to be climbed. All of these things you have to respect so that you can climb Mount Everest. Similarly, you need to respect the how horrendous traffic jams can be. And based on that, you should decide when you leave. And hopefully, you have learned from me and have decided that it is better for you to leave early. And because of all of these jams, people just prefer road trips to enjoy the roads. That is the best way where you can enjoy your bike, your car, whatever it is. You can enjoy the road for that matter. You feel more free. It is a freeing feeling. And you feel like this is what commuting, traveling on your own vehicle is all about. However, traveling on empty roads within the city is an amazing feeling, just different and like amazing feeling. You can't even describe it. It is so freeing. Also, there is this thought process that I was stuck on this road for so long, and look at me now. Just look at me now. I'm just zooming past all the hotspots of traffic, and it's so freeing. And even during COVID, right, when everybody was forced to go back to their hometowns, wherever they came from, and all the Bangalore roads were free, it felt like the city was recovering, and you could just go anywhere without having to worry about traffic jams because there is literally no people. Now, if you look at point A to point B, you are never looking at the distance. I think nobody even thinks about the distance anymore. All they're worried about is time. How much time is it going to take for me to get from point A to point B in Bengaluru? Nobody wants to think about what is the distance because you're never going to reach that particular point B in that same number of minutes as the kilometers. But during COVID, that was the case. Whatever is the number of kilometers, you would reach it in the same number of minutes. But yeah, COVID was a bad situation. I don't think it's such a great example. That is not a remedy for the traffic jams in Bengaluru. But when there is no traffic, it is a very satisfying, more than amazing. It is a very satisfying feeling to drive or ride within the city. And also, like, what is one of the hacks which I have seen and I have also understood myself for dealing with traffic is podcasts, especially if you're in a car. You can just listen to a podcast. I think everyone travels at least 30 minutes to 1 hour in a day or more than that, and you can go through so many podcasts within that time, and at the same time you're also getting a lot of information because you'll be listening to a podcast which you like, so you'll be getting a lot of information about what you like, what you want to know more about, and that I feel that is much more productive use of time than being in a traffic jam and not doing anything. In catching up with friends, someone who's not called for a long time, speaking to them when you're in the traffic jam is sorted. Like even you can do it on a bike with all the intercom systems and all of that, the speakers within your helmet, the entire setup. You can easily do this, and I feel like those are the some ways where it helps you deal with the traffic jam. And yeah, I'd like to really go back to that point where I was saying, you can't be a motor vlogger in Bengaluru. Be a motor vlogger, even a vlogger, I believe. You can't be, if you associate with Bengaluru, you have to speak about traffic at some point in time. So let me know what do you think in the comments. See you in the next one.